What's up everyone, it's your guy Sony, and welcome to another episode of Sonic Frontiers The Final Horizon. So in my last video, I just found the Cyan Chaos Emerald while playing as Knuckles. So yeah, Knuckles had to destroy 3 more impact forms so that Tails could access cyberspace again with the Coco devices and unlock the rest of the Chaos Emerald vaults. So yeah, after Knuckles destroyed 3 more impact forms, then he went to go search for another Chaos Emerald himself. And this time he found the Cyan Chaos Emerald, and as soon as he got to the vault, then he got a little bit cyber corrupted because he was destroying all those impact forms, just like Amy when she was gathering all the Coco earlier. And now it's up to Tails to get the Chaos Emerald vaults open and search for the Coco devices to access cyberspace. So yeah, before I go do that, let me see what other side activities are available. Okay, so I completed most of them so far as Tails, but there's just one more. Let's see. Yep, here it is. Character interactions. Right, and this time I get to talk to Sonic, Amy, Knuckles, Sage, and Eggman. Okay, so yeah, in today's video I'm gonna complete these character interactions and side stories as Tails and talk to everyone on the island, and then in the next video I'll keep playing through the main story and access cyberspace with the Coco devices and get the next few Chaos Emeralds. Right, now let's go and talk to Sonic first. Oh, after I collect these red seeds of power. I'll need them to max out Tails stats later. Okay, I hope I have enough of those to max out Tails stats later. Okay, now let's get back on the hill and let's go talk to Sonic.
Hey Tails, cool gadget you got there.
Well, I know I can't fight like you or Knuckles, so I'll use whatever tools I can to make myself useful.
You do you, buddy. You always know how to help out.
Yeah, these gadgets are really cool. Maybe I'll use them to fight the Guardians later.
I've been feeling off ever since that shockwave hit. I hope you're hanging in there, Tails.
I'm okay, but the enemy might be recharging their energy. We need to hurry.
Yeah, let's get going, buddy.
Okay, and stop worrying about me and start believing in me.
We all believe in you, Tails. Alright, now let's see, are there any more interactions with Sonic? There's gotta be more. Oh, here's one, just over here. Okay, so after I'm done talking to Sonic, then we'll talk to Amy after this. Alright, let's go.
Looks like there are gimmicks hidden all over the place. What I want to know is, what was with that pinball in the volcano on Chaos Island?
It's a part of a device that controls volcanic activity. When you turn on the switch at the top of the pinball, the volcano is activated and erupts. But it would be dangerous if the volcano could be erupted easily. That's probably why they made a door that only reacts to a special kind of energy and put the switch in a place that's hard to reach. As you accumulate points with the pinball, the energy ball gets charged up and opens the door.
Yeah, I figured the device was something like that, since the volcano erupted after I cleared the thing. But why was it designed with a pinball?
That's not exactly clear, but maybe it was just a playful idea on the part of whoever developed it. Engineers tend to be like that.
Yeah, I guess the pinball machine could have just been a fun thing that they wanted to do to cause the volcano to erupt. Yeah, like, lots of engineers are inspired by creative ideas or creative people like Iron Man, for example. Right, now I think that's all of the interactions for Sonic. So now let's go talk to Amy this time.
Tails, have you noticed what's happening to our bodies?
Yeah, the cyber corruption is getting worse.
And that means we might get trapped in that lonely place. But what I'm most worried about is Sonic. I don't want to let him down.
I feel the same way, Amy. I can't fail, no matter what happens to my body.
That's not good. The cyber corruption's getting a lot worse. I better hurry up and complete these missions.
Don't you think I could have been more helpful to Sonic if I had my normal body back?
For sure. In this digitized state, there's a limit to how much we can affect the real world. But there may be ways to help from cyberspace, like how we combined our powers to turn Sonic back to normal.
That's true. There must be things only we can do in this form.
Yeah, like how Amy is able to summon her fortune cards and form a wheel out of them to get around the place, or how Tails is able to summon drills, or even the Cyclone from out of nowhere and then just fly. I don't think they would be able to do those things in their normal forms. But yeah, it would have been cool to see what they could do in this version of the game in their normal bodies. Think of all the skills and powers they could have got. It would have been so cool. Alright, now let's go and talk to Knuckles.
You finish this, Tails. I'll let you handle the best part.
Thanks. It's all because of you and Amy. And I won't let your efforts go to waste.
That's right. Amy gathered all the cocoa and Knuckles destroyed all the impact forms, and now it's up to Tails to get the vaults open.
Hey, Tails! How's the whole cyber corruption thing going? I've been making good progress breaking all sorts of stuff. If you need my strength, let me know.
I'm good for now. You've been a great help, Knuckles. Now, I just need to get the emeralds before the cyber corruption gets worse.
Yeah, I hope we can get the Chaos Emeralds in time for Sonic to beat the end before the cyber corruption gets worse. Right, now let's see here. So it looks like that's all the interactions for Knuckles. So now let's go talk to Sage.
When I scanned the skies earlier, I detected a similar reading in the ruins. Maybe there's something in the air.
That would be a satellite placed in space by the ancients. There are multiple satellites positioned over a wide area.
But why did they put them up there?
There is evidence that the satellites were used to send some kind of authentication code. The columns of light you have seen above ground are all masses of electronic data.
That must mean the Emerald Vaults opened when interacting with that light. It was receiving data to unlock them from the satellites.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. So the ancients have multiple satellites set up over the wide areas. Nice. Okay. So now there's 3 more interactions with Sage, and then there's 4 with Eggman. Right, let's go.
I was surprised when the Death Egg robot blasted a hole in the ground. There were similar robots on other islands, but why was the one on Chaos Island the only one able to do that?
Because that was the one that the Doctor was riding when he arrived at the Starfall Islands. It's equipped for battle and has consoles for investigating the islands and ruins. When he descended on the island, he used a miniature vehicle instead to head into the ruins. There, he obtained a massive amount of data regarding ancient technology and transitioned into cyberspace. Many threats awaited him there. After eradicating them, I returned to the Starfall Islands, but the Death Egg robot was already damaged by then, presumably by the heat and smoke from a volcano. So in order to continue our investigation of the island, we composed downgraded versions of the robot he was originally riding and placed them in various locations.
So that's why the original Death Egg robot on Chaos Island was the only one that could shoot beams and had consoles installed. We wouldn't have been able to find the underground passageway without it.
I did not expect Sonic to hack into it, but if he was able to reboot it successfully, we should repair the original robot and add it to our ranks. That is, if we can get it ready in time for our foe's appearance.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. We could bring the robot from Chaos Island here, and then someone can take control of it and use it to fight the end alongside Supersonic. But yeah, I'm not sure there's enough time to go all the way back to Chaos Island just to reboot the robot software and then drag it all the way from Chaos Island to Uranus Island before the end shows up. So yeah, I guess we'll leave the fighting to Sonic once we have all the Chaos Emeralds.
The cyber corruption has been progressing through your body. Your remaining time is limited.
I know. I may not even be able to move eventually. I need to get the emeralds and get them to Sonic right away.
I'm updating your information, and it seems there is a new possibility growing within you as well.
Oh, a new possibility? Is it a good possibility? I hope it's a good one. Alright, now there's just one more interaction with Sage remaining, and then there's 4 interactions with Eggman. Alright, let's go finish talking to Sage, and then we'll talk to Eggman.
Miles Prower, if you and the Doctor combine your intellect...
I wouldn't mind, but I don't know if Dr. Eggman would be willing.
You two are at odds with one another, yet you would cooperate with him?
Of course. I couldn't answer that on Chaos Island, but now I'm ready to decide for myself.
Yeah, I guess the only reason Eggman would ever work with Sonic and Tails is if they have a common enemy, like when they work together to stop the Space Colony Arc, or Neo Metal Sonic, or the Deadly Six, or the End, like now. Yeah, and speaking of Eggman, let's go and talk to him next.
You must be feeling quite anxious, separated from your hero, Sonic.
Eggman, have you forgotten about what happened at Station Square? I may not be Sonic, but there are things only I can do.
We will see what you're capable of without him.
Oh, I know Tails will definitely prove himself when he gets the rest of the Chaos Emerald vaults open, and when the end reveals itself.
I've seen those giant devices all over Chaos Island. Judging by their color scheme and how new they are, I'm guessing you made them.
You've got a sharp eye, Tails. Indeed, those were power generation devices I built as I investigated ancient technology. The Death Egg robot and all of the other machines I brought in may be amazing, but they're useless without an energy supply. That's why I prepared a power generator that utilizes geothermal energy from volcanoes. If only I had more time, I would have put generators throughout this island to power a super weapon. Such a shame.
Maybe the reason the Death Egg robot's beam was able to find the underground passage wasn't just because of the hacking, but because of Eggman's energy supply. I really don't want to thank him, though.
Hey, what's up with that last part? Was Tails still talking to Eggman, or was he talking to himself? Like, was he thinking in his head? Because it sure sounds like he was talking to himself, because he said, I really don't want to thank him. He didn't say, I really don't want to thank you, while he was talking to Eggman. Yeah, I guess he was probably talking to himself and thinking in his head.
The path to victory lies in the technology of the ancients. If I combine my weapons and the power of the emeralds... you don't look well.
I'm fine. Sonic's working hard out there. Even you are, too. I can't stop now. Not yet!
You've honed your mental fortitude in addition to your intelligence. You're becoming quite formidable, Tails.
Yep, he sure is. Can't wait to see what he's like by the next Sonic game, or if he gets his own game at some point. Like if he ever gets his own spin-off game at some point, that would be cool. Can't wait to see what Tails is like by the next Sonic game or if he gets his own game.
There's so much happening on this island. It's beyond my comprehension. It all seems like magic to me.
Here's a word of advice. A scientist shouldn't explain things using the word magic. It's true, there are many things that can't be explained with our current knowledge. The ancients were a technologically advanced civilization. Everything we've seen is nothing more than phenomena that were common at the time. I assure you, there is no such thing as magic on this island. Just you watch. I will uncover the truth behind everything.
Yeah, I mean, look at all the stuff on the islands. It's so cool. Right, now let's check the map. Okay, so I guess that was the last character interaction. And now, all I have to do is keep playing through the main story. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.